Hi friends, this is Date to Take. Thank you for joining me. Welcome back to Starry Flowers. This is part 3 in our series. If you haven't seen the other 2, poke that around the upper right card area and see the rest of it. Well, thank you for joining me. I am glad to be back. My schedule is a little off right now, but that's okay. I'm just getting back. Give me time. I'll get back on the schedule, but that's fine. So, in the meantime, let's get back into Starry Flowers, shall we? Adorable, cute, and absolutely sweet. I am looking forward to seeing what Pastel has in store for a date. This boy has truly caught me off guard. I'm almost frustrated that the spiral of guilt and confusion I lost myself in yesterday could be resolved so quickly. I mean, it was valid because you felt bad about about crossing a boundary you didn't know was there, but you also spiraled into kind of cardamom, which confused the heck out of cardamom, but he was so sweet about it too. That's all it is. That's all it was. I had merely been fixating on my mistake. It had nothing to do with Pastel per se. Aww. He just happened to be the one at the center of it, so of course all my attention was unnecessarily directed toward him. That's the issue. There's no problem then. Not a problem. None. Which means, as usual, I can enjoy our date to the fullest extent. Heart. Was it? Heart. Well, do tell me where we're headed. I need to know what I'm going to pick if I'm going to pick something to wear. You haven't had breakfast yet, have you? Let's get something to eat first. Oh, you don't have anything planned. You're basically making up. Actually, could you come in here for a minute? Oh, this is cute. Oh, I mean, look at this. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm moving me again. But look at that. Oh. Maybe I moved myself back down here. I'm sorry about moving myself all over the place. I thought it might be fun if you had it might be fun to have you choose what outfit I wear. Are you sure? The clean clothes are in that pile, dear. Okay, Pastel begins to sort through the pile of skirts and dresses, taking extra care to fold the ones he sets aside. Aww. How about these? He purchased the folding screen and holds the clothes out to the side for Periwinkle to take. Oh, these are nice picks, but no underwear. Weren't you already wearing some? So scandalous, Pastel. I don't know you had it in you. Please, I'll find you a pair. I'm only teasing you, my sweet. That was cute, guys. Periwinkle finally walks out, fully dressed. Oh, that is an adorable pic. Ready to go. Pastel looks him up and down cautiously. You're wearing some, right? We'll just have to find out later tonight, won't we? Barry! Okay. Okay, what are we doing? Light earrings, that's a good choice. Ribbons are cute. Ooh, the blue ribbons. I picked blue ribbons. Let's go with light choker. Ooh. Flower choker is a good one. Blue flowers is a good one. We're going blue flowers. Yeah. Okay. What a lovely day for a date. We walk side by side, Pastel with his hands stuffed into oversized pockets. So cute. He's in the perfect position to be clinging to, but I must refrain. I doubt he'd be comfortable with me hanging all over him in broad daylight. Perhaps there's some need to jump into some overt affections just yet. There's no need to jump into overt affections just yet. When we reach the cafe, Pastel orders us some donuts to share. I wonder what else he had planned. He only mentions hanging out. Who knows what that could entail? Munching away at our breakfast, I study his face for clues. He really is cute. I remember the choker. He wore it on our first date as well. And it's the same beret he left behind after one of our sleepovers. Such pointed choice in accessories. And, oh god, he's just sitting there blushing and freaking out because Pastel's just sitting there like, oh, he's so cute. Aw, and now all my staring has embarrassed him. You're too flustered, my sweet. Forgive me for staring. I was trying to intuit what you might have planned for us after this. Oh, nothing in particular. Wandering around the town is enough for me. I see. Loitering does facilitate conversation quite well. As long as we're out and about, we won't end up, Oh! Is he going to say it? No. You know. Of course not. I actually like it when we get to talk. I mean, not that we don't when I sleep over. It's just a different kind. True. Sorry, now I feel like I'm talking too much. Not at all, my sweet. I have to say, I rather enjoy our chats as well. Even if you can't resist cutting them short once we're behind closed doors. I am really sorry. Aw. He's simply too much fun. Oh, but this is no time for my usual teasing. Can't forget what brought us here. It's a perfect opportunity to become more deeply acquainted. I'll learn all about Pastel so that way I don't end up crossing the line again. In the interest of defining boundaries, are there any subjects I should avoid bringing up with you? On that note, has there ever been anything I've said that caused you discomfort in the slightest? Please don't hold back. Oh, such a good question. Yes. Nothing in particular comes to mind. I mean, always felt pretty comfortable around you. So we could probably talk about anything and it'd be okay. Anything, really. Surely you must have some sensitive topics you'd like to avoid. I guess so. But I wouldn't really be worried about talking about them with you. Aw. Actually, you might be the most attentive person I've ever met. Maybe that's why I'm not worried at all. I'm glad to hear that. But you certainly piqued my curiosity. What kinds of sensitive topics, if you don't mind me asking? Like, for example, you've never made me feel weird about gender stuff? I'd certainly hope not. That one's a bit sensitive for me as well. See? That's why it feels okay to talk about it with you. I'm, well, not very masculine, so I get mistaken for a girl every now and then. Not that it's something I get mad about or anything. I've always dealt with it ever since I was little. Still, I think it bothers me in particular since, well, you know, I'm intersex. Oh, you're intersex. I didn't know that. Right. I want to be recognized as a boy, but I like wearing feminine clothes too. Yes, that's it exactly. I feel the very same. Right? Like, I don't want to be limited presenting one way, even if I'm fine with boyish clothes too. For me, it's simply about looking beautiful. I dress to fit my ideal. Oh, I love this conversation. Okay. So, taking a step back to make sure that everybody's in the same boat. Intersex. If you haven't heard that term, it's one of the pieces of the LGBTQIA+ alphabet. I is intersex. I specifically for intersex means it's a biological difference. So, you know, there's XX, XY. That's not true. It's not just XX, XY. There's like XYY, XXY, just XXX. There's so many different variations of different chromosomes. And those different chromosomes do affect your biological sex characteristics. Being intersex means that your biological sex characteristics are different than just the simple XXXY. Period. That has nothing to do with gender identity, how you identify. So here, Pastel is talking about identifying as a boy, and then there's gender expression. Gender expression is different than the others. So gender identity is how you feel who you are. Expression is how you like to dress and present yourself. So gender expression for Pastel is, I like the boyish clothes, but I also like to dress in very feminine things every now and then, like dresses. Those are 3 separate different areas. So there's biological, there's gender, societal gender, and then there's expression of gender. And those are 3 separate things, and all are valid here. We want to make sure that they are being expressed as separate pieces, even though it's all said together. Right? Cool. And Periwinkle's just adorable and wants to be beautiful, and as he should. Oh, I love all of this game. It's not a matter of gender, but aesthetic preference. These are the clothes I feel best in. Good. You look really good in them too? Why, thank you. And I must say, your sense of style never fails to impress. I'm glad you like it. Pastel sips his drink while Periwinkle continues. When I was young, I didn't have the confidence to dress so beautifully. Can you even imagine it? Me not beautiful? You were always beautiful, you just didn't have the clothes to fit it. You, without confidence? No, I'm not sure that's possible. Oh, hold on. Can I go back? There we go. Right, I suppose I was a different person back then. When I grew up, things were much more black and white. You were either a boy or a girl, or you had to dress accordingly. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, that sounds harsh. It very much was. I was completely miserable. Perhaps it's because I came from that sort of environment that I wanted it to be known I look this glamorous as a boy. Very fair. Very fair. Not to say that it is easy for any gender. I only wish for my efforts to be acknowledged. That's very fair. I think that's just your competitive spirit again. See, you truly understand me. They laugh together. Periwinkle relaxes into his chair and finishes his drink with a big smile on his face. Aww, this is so cute. Pastel and I depart from the cafe and make our way down the street. With no destination in mind, the details of our surroundings, things I've never paid any mind to, make themselves known. Aromas from the bakery, the flower shop, the pastry place. I can't. Each distinct and enticing. I'm left with a peaceful feeling as we pass each of them by. Now there's a fun idea, scent that transforms over time, giving you a sense of place. I shouldn't be thinking about work while I'm on a date. Turn my attention back to Pastel. With gender thoroughly discussed, the next personal question would have to be... sexuality, because it's completely different. What type of partner gets you the most hot and bothered? You can't just shout those words in the middle of a crowd. Oh, who's even listening? I certainly wasn't shouting. Please don't talk about this stuff too loudly. People will start giving us weird looks. Shall I whisper in your ear then? That's even worse. Now who's shouting? Pastel glances around, but despite his outburst, Periwinkle was right. No one had turned their way. Sorry, I guess it's okay. It's okay. It's okay, honeybee. Feel free to stop me if I'm being too much, yes? There's nothing wrong with being a little too much. You like being overwhelmed a little bit, yeah? I imagine you'd say so. Returning to the topic at hand. I've been with all sorts of partners. I'd say I can appreciate just about anyone. But I must admit, I prefer witch boys above all others. I would also say witch boys. Oh, care to elaborate, my sweet? Nope, that's all I have to say on the matter. I'll have to tease it out of you later, then. We follow along the twisting streets of the shopping district, looking in each of the windows as we pass them by. This is my favorite part of town, filled with all of the high-end boutiques you can dream of. The mannequins from one of them catches my eye, and I lightly grab Pastel's sleeve to draw his attention. Oh, you'd look so good in that, don't you think? Really? I don't know if something so extravagant would really suit me. Nonsense, you could pull it off. The accents match your eyes. I guess so. But you look great in that one too. Oh, and that one. You're pointing to everything. Yes, well, the alternative would be to say that I'd like to see you in nothing at all. Ah, that was cute. Do you go clothes shopping often? You have such a variety of cute looks. Oh, every now and then, but I can't afford the kinds of stuff they sell here. It is rather pricey, but the brands are worth it. I really don't know anything about fashion. I just end up picking whatever stands out to me. As it should be. You're better off not being obsessed with these things. It certainly isn't easy on the wallet. I'll leave the brand name stuff to you then. Just seeing them is enough for me. Oh, just seeing them, not stripping them off of me. Oh, ah! Oh, you're teasing so much. Oh, you guys. After our little fashion circuit, we end up near the cafe where we started. Certainly worked him up enough to take him home right away, but that would mean cutting our date short, and what a shame that would be. I skip ahead of Pastel and twirl around to face him. There's somewhere I'd like to take you? Sure. I realize I've seen your workplace, but you haven't seen mine. It's the little apothecary I sell my magic to, for distribution. Are you meeting friends? An apothecary? I thought you sold perfumes. Technically, that's all they are. I don't claim they deliver any lasting health benefits. They're more for healing the mind. Anxiety, stress, and any other unpleasant feelings can be lifted away with just the right aromas. It's more effective for some than others, but for those sensitive to such things, it can make quite the difference. Huh. And now I fear I've bored you with all of this uninteresting work chatter. No, that's not it at all. I was just thinking. It's really admirable that your magic can be used to help people like that. Admirable? Selling candy, I think, makes people happy too. Maybe that's what's fun about it. Not that I'd ever claim our candy is healthy either. If anything, you might get cavities. The witch who owns the apothecary really liked that sample I passed along to her. Perhaps she'll ask to distribute your candies as well. Sai? My boss. Okay. Would never agree to that. Anyway, I'd be happy to see it. Lead the way. Very well, follow me. Oh. When we enter the apothecary, it looks completely empty. Astragalus usually sits in the back room, consumed in her work, until she hears the chime of the customer entering. If you ask me, she could really use another helper to liven up the place. But I suppose the hustle and the bustle of ever-busy shop would have its own setbacks. Feel free to look around. I'm going to go and greet the owner. Sure. Periwinkle leans over the counter to peek into the back room. Astragalus, you have a customer. Oh, Periwinkle. Didn't expect to see you back so soon. I brought Pastel. We're on a date. Okay. She looks over at Pastel, who waves when he notices he's being watched. Astragalus turns back to Periwinkle. I take you decided not to heed my advice. What advice? Why bother coming to me if you're just gonna do whatever you want? Well, whatever. Is there a reason you're here? I thought I'd drop by to give you a little update. As you can see, everything is fine now. Sure, very normal of you to suddenly bring one of your dates here. It's not normal, and this is very cute. Is it not? I visit you all the time. Yeah, not for stuff like this. Anyway, I want you to meet Pastel. Pastel, come over here. Sorry for suddenly being called upon. Pastel fumbles the bottle he was holding, and it crashes onto the floor. Yeah, you broke it. You buy it. Sorry, I can fix it. Pastel sweeps the pieces of the bottle into a pile along with its powdered contents. He holds his hand over the pile, now glowing with magic, and the three of them watch as it reassembles perfectly before them. Wow! Holy snap, Pastel! Impressive. He's done it so quickly. There, good as you knew. Bring it here. Sorry. Sure, sorry. I can't help but feel I've put Pastel in yet another uncomfortable situation. Damn, can't even tell it was busted up. This kind of magic your specialty? Not really, I only learned it because I thought it'd come in handy. Huh. The strugglist continues inspecting the bottle and then takes it to the back room without saying another word. Wow. I suppose she was impressed too. Is she mad at me? I can't really tell. It looks like you were spared today. That spell really saved you. I can't believe I did that. I'm not usually this clumsy, I swear. Oh, but that wouldn't be adorable if you... But wouldn't it be adorable if you were? Pastel the Klutz. No! I'm just gonna go wait outside. Don't be hard on yourself. I promise you make a better impression than you think. Pastel walks out of the apothecary and I lean against the counter waiting for a strugglist to re-enter from the back room. But when she does, it's a bag full of, well, I'm not sure. Where'd your boyfriend go? You shouldn't call him that. Might ask, was it you're holding? Busted lamp. I was meaning to glue it back together myself until I saw the opportunity to save myself the trouble. How offensive. Take it to the repair shop like everybody else. Nah, waste the money? Better keep that boy around. He's useful. You've certainly changed your tune. He's cute. I get a good vibe from him. Oh, anyway, bring him back in sometime so I can fix this. I can get this lamp fixed. Got it? He won't be doing that. Seriously though, where I'm from, we were taught that you can tell a lot about witch from their magic. And his? Very empathetic, sincere, compassionate. Well, you aren't wrong, but how can you judge that sort of thing after witnessing one little spell? Ha! Wouldn't you like to know? I don't need your superstitions. I have a date to get back to. Alright, have fun, Periwinkle. Oh, I very much intend to. Smiling to himself, Periwinkle strides confidently out the door to where Pastel is waiting. Aw. Hey, do I need to pay for that bottle? Oh, she didn't mention it. Phew, I'm glad I could fix it. I was worried it might be expensive. You never told me you were so good with magic. As I recall, you said you've been living without it. Yeah, mostly. I won't get into the reasons why, but I got back into studying it recently. Strugglist certainly thought you were talented. I'm impressed too, of course. Thanks. If only I could use magic to stop myself from being a klutz. Oh, are you embracing that nickname now? No, please go back to saying my sweet. Oh, if you like that so much, I suppose I have no choice. I meant, never mind. Don't call me anything. Don't perceive me. Oh, Pastel. We resume our stroll around town. This time it's Pastel who takes the lead. He seems to have some place in mind, but hasn't said as much. He merely takes my hand and leads me up a labyrinth of stairs. And once we reach the top, oh, it's so cute! A gust of wind swoops through the trees overhead, showering us with flower petals. Ah, peach blossoms. It's nice, isn't it? I can't help but think you're trying to tell me something right now. Huh? Don't you remember? My aphrodisiac was also peach-scented. I wasn't thinking about that. I was trying to think of other places we could go, and this one came to mind. It's lovely. Very romantic. Straight out of a shoujo manga, honestly. How does he know I'm weak to such things? We don't have to stay. I mean, we've already walked around so much. It's okay if we want to head back now. Not to do things. I just meant I'm just gonna stop talking. You're so cute. Pastel. Yes? You've presented me quite the conundrum. If I kiss you now, you'll definitely want to return home with me as soon as possible. But I wasn't done learning all about you. I'm not ready for our date to end. Oh, that is a conundrum. Yes, you see, both options are equally appealing. However, can I decide? Well, so light out, maybe we can hold back until after dinner. Or I could have you for dinner. Ah! On the other hand, you bring up a valid point. Holding back is fun in itself. Do you expect me to recover after what you just said? See, that is quite fun. It's decided then. The date continues. I give Pastel a moment to calm himself. We walk up to the railing and look out over the town. You can see Atelier Suites from here and the train station next to it. My house is somewhere in the row, similarly built homes, inconspicuous. Fallen petals litter the bricks at our feet, with every little breeze carrying a few more over the railing to land somewhere unknown. After watching them for a while, I turn back to Pastel. Tell me about your magic. Okay, what do you want to know? Your specialty, dear. If you were that good at reconstruction, I imagine it must fall somewhere in that category. Not really. I'm actually an astral witch. My, how rare. And what exactly does that entail for you? Oh, well, I mostly use it for fire spells. Like anyone else? Forgive me, I'm not well versed in magic theory. But does astral magic have something to do with creation? It does, but the stuff is pretty advanced. I haven't been able to find any books explaining how to use it, which is probably for the best, actually. No one should be allowed to go around creating souls spontaneously. You have the power to create souls? How are you so adorable, so cute, and so wonderful, and able to literally create the world? Oh my god. Pastel rubs the back of his neck, looking off into the distance. He seems so troubled by the subject. I suppose because he's been living without magic? It may feel strange to openly discuss it. An astral witch, though. I wouldn't have guessed. Putting two and two together, one thing makes perfect sense now. So, the famous Atelier Suites golem was your creation. Is she really that famous? I expect our sales to be a little better if they were that case. But yeah, just don't go around telling everyone. I don't know what I was doing when I made her. What an amazing feat, and yet you sound almost ashamed of it. I was about to say, you made a golem? That's so amazing. And she golem too. It's not like I regret it or anything. Gumdrop is really great. Gumdrop! Yes! The perfect name for a golem who makes candy. I feel bad that she's stuck in a body with so many limitations. Like, she didn't ask to be made that way. I mean, no one is asked to be made that way. But it's really cool that you made her. I didn't know you could even make golems that felt real emotions, so of course I never considered any of that. Sorry to go off about it. I've just been feeling guilty lately, kind of a heavy topic. No, thank you for telling me. It's as if I've discovered a whole new side of you today. I'm grateful to know it. Thanks for listening. I don't get many chances to talk about things like this, so I'm grateful for it too. Hearing you speak of her, though, I'd love to meet this Galumi of yours one day. Sure. Maybe one day. Pastel is amazing. I agree. Oh my god. Lock down that boy. I've never met anyone who could downplay their talents this much. I could ask 1,000 questions and still only scratch the surface. Now I'm the insatiable one. How the tables have turned. We decide it's time to move on and descend the stairs from whence we came. Still chatting endlessly as we decide where we'll wander to next. Over dinner, Pastel opens up a bit more. We traded anecdotes, listening intently to each other's stories, no matter how unremarkable the events told within them. I could never tire of it. I was hooked by his every word. Alas, the hours flew by, and our day together was quickly approaching its end. But now, we had the whole night to look forward to. The sun was on its way down as we emerged back to the street, and the atmosphere so different than it had been just a short while ago. Pastel brushes his bangs aside and asks, "Do you want to head back? It's starting to get late." You've waited so patiently to be able to say that. It's not like you aren't thinking of it too. Let's go through the park. It's a shorter walk. Sure, after you. Periwinkle extends his hand, at which Pastel takes without hesitation. Under cover of dusk, they walk toward the park with their fingers gently entwined. Aww. The park during twilight hours is nearly always deserted. Tonight was no exception. We had the entire place to ourselves. This way I can clean to Pastel all I want, and on top of that... What are you smiling about? Finally, no one's around. We can talk about all the inappropriate things we want. I knew there was something dangerous about taking this shortcut. It's okay then, right? No one will overhear your lascivious confessions. Okay, what do you want to know? Oh, I didn't think you actually agreed. I don't have anything prepared. I didn't think this was going to be a yes. What? Really? How anticlimactic. Unless you're dying to tell me how much you love being dumbed. I am not going to say that. Any fetishes? No. I have experience with all sorts. Oh, guys. This is too much. I need to sit down. Pastel begins his retreat to a nearby bench. Oh, are you perhaps into fooling around outdoors? That's illegal! Only kidding. Oh, it's so adorable. The flirting. Periwinkle follows Pastel to the bench and sits down beside him, leaning his head on his shoulder. Your sweatshirt is so warm. Are you upset with me for suggesting such a scandalous idea? No. But if you cling to me too much, I'm worried I might change my mind. I wouldn't want to compromise your morals. But I'd also hate to let you go. Pastel laughs at that, resigned to his fate. The pair sits in comfortable silence for a while, listening only to the sound of the fountain before them. Periwinkle can start to feel himself being lulled to sleep by it, and so he tries speaking up again. I don't know what it is about you, Pastel. We've talked all day, and yet I still don't feel like it's enough. I didn't really expect to be out this late either. It just kinda happened. This was all supposed to be foreplay, wasn't it? Forgive me for putting it so bluntly. I guess it was? Pastel, we have to get back to the house so I can really take care of you. You really are being so blunt right now. We have to. It's the entire purpose of foreplay, right? How could you have let it go on for this long? We could head back right now. Yes. You're gonna have to stand up first. In a moment. Oh. But trapped in their comfortable position on their bench, Periwinkle is unable to stand in the end. Instead, he falls asleep to the sounds of the fountain and Pastel's beating heart. Oh, that's so cute. Okay. I'm gonna end this here. Oh. I'm gonna end this here. I'm sorry, but we actually have a pride parade to get to, so thank you for watching, thank you for hanging out. I love you all. I love these gay boys. They are so cute. Ah, okay, so we're gonna it's probably going to wrap next time, but thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out. I'll see you next time. Bye.